Hey guys, welcome back here to the test server. Yeah, you heard right, test server. So we have a few things that I want to show you guys. We have here the new Titan luchador. We have a new weapon called the cinder. And we have a new drone called the reviver. Or should I say the reviver drone? Yeah. It's a medic drone. We're gonna get into that in a minute. And I'm gonna show you guys what is new here on the test server. So we are gonna have a look at the luchador Titan. It's a new Titan, and the new Titan weapon here is the cinder. So we are going to have a look at the luchador, the new Titan luchador. It has here a damage protection of 540,000. It has here two specials here, the frog splash and the ultimate defense. It has it can go at a speed of 33 kilometers per hour here, and it's 41,000. That is the damage, the extra damage that he can do with his frog splash. So the frog splash is when you press the button here on my controller, he can fly into the air, press the button again, and he can land on the ground and perform a shockwave, and that shockwave is gonna destroy or do damage to enemy robots that are at close range. So let's have a look at the detail here. We're gonna read it. Brawler Titan made by DSC, so it's a DSC Titan. Luchador is well equipped for aggressive melee combat. Jump engines allow luchador to leap straight into the enemy groups. So that is what I'm talking about here. It's got the leap feature. It's got jump engines built in, and with those jump engines he can leap into the air and produce a shockwave when he lands back on the ground in front of enemy robots. And those enemy robots, they are going to take a whole lot of damage from that. Dealing severe damage, that is what I was talking about. And temporarily weakening their weapon systems as well. So he can do two things. His shockwave can do two things. It can deal severe damage, and it can temporarily weaken their weapon systems as well. The weapon systems of the enemy robots that are at close range. After getting their attention, luchador can survive the combat for a long time using its ultimate defense ability. I think the ultimate defense ability here is the one under the frog splash here. That means you can put up a shield, just like the Hawk and the Minos. They have a shield as well. So you can put up shields two times. You can use the shield when you're doing the frog splash, and you can use the shield when you're using the ultimate defense. So when you're doing the frog splash here, the shield is gonna come on automatically. It's gonna be activated automatically. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I was saying that when you activate the frog splash, the shield is gonna get activated automatically until he reaches the ground again. So when he reaches the ground, his shield is gonna get deactivated. So that means you can, after that, you can use his ultimate defense to activate his shield. It says here, after getting their attention, luchador can survive for a long time using its ultimate defense ability. Passive. unbreakable. Luchador receives less unrepairable great damage from all sources, so he has this shield as well, you know. This ultimate defense shield. Just like the Minus and the Hawk. They have that ultimate defense shield as well. It's called differently, but those two robots, I think it's just called a shield, but here on this Titan, it's called the ultimate shield. And I'm going to do a play video on that. I'm going to do a video on that to show you guys how that comes into perspective and how that is being played out. So let's see what other information we have here. The abilities Fog Splash and the ultimate defense. The ultimate defense is his shield. Luchador jumps, triggering reflector defense that lasts until the Titan touches the ground. That is what I was saying earlier as well. When the Luchador Titan jumps, he triggers off the reflector defense that lasts until the Titan touches the ground. So when he is touching the ground, the shield is going to be deactivated. But you can activate his second ability, which is the ultimate defense, which is another ultimate defense shield. You can activate that after he has touched the ground, when his first ability shield is being deactivated. Luchador deals massive damage and applies suppression to all enemies around. So that means when he lands on the ground, he's gonna produce a shockwave, and that shockwave is gonna hit enemy robots that are around him, and those robots are gonna get suppressed. So that shockwave has a built-in suppression system to suppress your enemy robots that are standing around the Titan once he lands on the ground again. Enemies that end up being closer to Luchador receive extra damage. Alright, that is awesome. So the shockwave from Luchador can do extra damage. So that's more damage. While in the air, you can reactivate the ability to immediately dart to the ground. So when you press his ability once, he starts flying up into the air, and he's gonna be catapulted forward. So as he jumps into the air, he flies forward at a catapult type of speed, I think. And when you press the button again, he's going to stomp back onto the ground, producing that shockwave, which is going to shock your enemies and suppress your enemies as well. So let's have a look at the details down here. Main radius 100 meters. Alright, more information on here. That is brilliant. Main radius is 100 meters. That is probably the ultimate defense. His shockwave is 100 meters. Ultra close radius is 40 meters. That is his ultimate defense. Is the ultra close radius 40 meters. So any enemies that are close to Luchador are going to get that extra damage, and the ones that are standing 100 meters away from Luchador are just going to get the regular damage, probably without the suppression. And at 40 meter range, that is with the suppression. Suppression here says temporarily reduces the damage of all enemies in the area of effect. So those enemies are gonna get a damage effect of 80%. Reflector damage absorbed 62%, return damage 30%. So what that means is your enemies are gonna absorb a lot of damage, 62%, and that 62%, your luchador is gonna return that by 30%. I think that is what that means. Reload time is 20 seconds from the, what's it called here? From the frog splash. I think that is the frog splash, the 20%. Where am I here? The 20-second reload is probably the frog splash. And the ultimate defense, we're going to have a look at that. So on top here is all about the frog splash. We're going to have a look at the ultimate defense. Luchador activates a powerful reflector that absorbs part of the incoming damage and redirects some damage back at the enemy. Alright, that is brilliant. It's brilliant, guys. Yeah. So, when the luchador activates a powerful reflector, and when you are firing at that reflector is gonna reflect the damage back to you. Because when you are, let's say you're an enemy and you're firing at the luchador's ultimate defense shield, you're gonna take damage. It's like when you're firing at the Hawk's shield, you're gonna take damage as well. Even if when you're firing at the shield from the minus, you're gonna take damage from that as well. So that is what they're talking about here. While ultimate defense is active, luchador's mobility is greatly reduced. Once ultimate defense wears off, so that when that wears off, luchador restores part of its maximum durability. That is awesome. So when your defense wears off, luchador restores parts of its maximum durability. So he repairs parts of his body that are broken on its own. So it's probably just like the built-in, what's it called? That fixing mod that you have, that you can get for, I think, 600 PT. That quick fix mod that's probably built into the luchador. Defense duration 6 seconds. Repairable durability is 20,000. That is the reflector. Reflector is reload time 15 seconds for the reflector. Ultimate defense, that is a reload time of 20 seconds. And 15-second reload time for the reflector to load back up so you can use it again. And down here we have the 540,270 damage points, or damage protection, I should say. And he does here an extra damage here of 41,000. And that extra damage is up here. That 80%, that is probably the 41,000 damage, 80%. And the return damage here is 30%. And you can absorb damage as well. So that is the detailed information about the luchador here. Let's just have a look at him. Here it is, the luchador. Everybody likes this Titan. I think this is an updated version of the test server 7.5. And as far as I know, this luchador Titan is supposed to come into the 7.5 update for iOS, Android, and or Steam. So we might see this luchador in an event, in an upcoming event of 7.5 update. So that is a pretty nice robot and a pretty nice Titan to have. Now that Titan here has 4 module slots. I have here the Zfix unit, plated armor kit, cannibal reactor, and quantum sensor. And for the weapons, I have here the basilisk and 2 cinders. Now let's have a look at the cinder, guys. Let's have a look at this cinder. This is the cinder here. It has a damage output here of 8,000. It's only at level 16 because we are here on the test server. It has a reload time here of 6.6 seconds, which is, it's alright, I think. 6.6 seconds. It's a little bit slower than the toxin or the bane weapon. Now those weapons, they have a reload time of 3 seconds. But I think this is fair enough, well balanced. The 6.6 second reload time. Let's have a look at the detail here. Now this weapon is an explosive weapon. It can fire off explosive shots. And it fires off its salvo very, very quick as well, you know. An experimental auxiliary weapon, ideal for close range combat. Now I don't know why they don't have the range of this weapon here. We don't know the range on this weapon. Close range. So I'm guessing at close range 300 to 350 meters close range. Deals damage to all enemies in the affected area. So that means you can fire this weapon not only just at one robot, but you can fire this weapon off at a group of robots, as I am reading it from here. So when you fire that weapon off at a robot, and there are maybe, let's say, 2 or 3 other enemy robots standing beside that robot, they are going to get affected as well, because it says here, all damage enemies in the effect area. So all the enemy robots that are in that range are going to get affected as well. Due to the design features, the weapon can be reloaded only when there is no fire from it. So what does that mean? That means you have to fire off all the shots, all the salvo, until it's empty, and then the weapon is going to reload. Not when you fire off maybe a couple of shots, thinking that the weapon will reload. No. You have to fire off all the salvo before the weapon reloads again. And that is the case with most of the weapons that I know anyway. You have to fire them off all in one go before the weapon can reload. So it's the same thing here with this weapon. What else do we have here? When you fire this weapon off, it says here it will do damage. It will deal damage to all shields in an explosive radius. So let's say you have 3 enemy robots in front of you, and they all have shields with them. Aegis shield, anti-control shield. When you fire off a shot at those shields, those explosive weapons, those explosive shots here are gonna destroy their shields and are gonna destroy the robots as well, when they're gonna take some health off of them. So that is what this weapon is all about, dealing maximum damage to enemy shields and enemy robots at the same time. So yeah, this is the Cinder. Now we have also a new drone. Drones are in here, and let's have a look. Now this is what the drone looks like up close. It's called the Reviver. It's more or less like the Persephone drone. It's a medic drone, as they say, as they describe it here. The Persephone drone fires off energy shots to heal up your allies, and this is probably the same thing, just with a different name. Let's have a look at the detail here. Reviver, medic. That is what I'm talking about. It's a medic drone. It helps out your allies. How often do you have to hear this about on the battlefield? But now, the medic will always be at hand. This is a medical insurgents drone, I should say. Reviver is an indispensable companion for those who like having a second chance in a battle. So this is more or less to keep your robot and your enemies alive in battle. Not your enemies, but your allies, I should say. Keep yourself and your allies alive in battle. Revive. When robot's durability reaches 0, drone instantly restores a part of it. Alright, so that is what revive means. When robots' durability reaches 0. So when you are fighting with your allies and one of your allies is losing durability, that drone is gonna restore a part of its durability. 1 times 1 energy is gonna fire off an energy shot at that particular ally which has lost some durability. So that is how you guys should understand it. The chips that they want you to put on there, which should go on there: the target seeking freezer, the defense mitigator, on repair unit defense, and unload durability fix. I have a couple of drones built in already. I'm going to show you what chips I have on there. The target seeking freezer is when you're using freezer weapons like the glacier or the rime even. That drone is going to give that weapon that extra freeze effect. Defense mitigator is gonna give your robot more defense in a way. Unrepair unit defense means when you're low, when you're on durability, the unrepair unit defense, that drone is going to repair part of your durability. Unload durability fix. That is all repair stuff. Repair durability of your robot and repair durability of your closest ally. So that is what that is all about. Alright, the reviver drone. Now I have set up a couple of chips here with this drone. I have here the target seeking freezer. Let's see what we have up here. That is the defense mitigator. I can defend myself with that. Then here we have 80 unrepair unit defense, yeah. And here 35,000 unload durability fix. So with that chip being under, I can get a 35,000 repair fix on my robot, or even on my closest ally here. Let's see what else I have put on here. So just pick a drone here, and with chips, target seeking freezer. I'm trying to stay with the chips that Pixonic are mentioning here. What is this? You can put on, I have the acid sprayer, so that means the drone can spray acid at enemy robots as well, when you have that acid chip on there. Alright, while lockdown defense. You can lock people down. Or you can, I think that drone will stop you from getting locked down. When you're defending somebody, well, lockdown defense means when you're defending somebody and that person has a lockdowner weapon, that drone is going to stop you from getting locked down. That is what that means. And the last chip on high damage fix. So when you get a very, very high damage, that drone is going to fix it by 48%. It's going to give you a 48% restore to your fix. Let's see what we have on here. That is a fix drone up here. Let's see what that chip up there, the revive. When robot durability reaches 0, drone instantly restores a part of it. 0.2 repair durability. Permanent. Active. And it's gonna have an effect on your robot as well. What chip is this? Is the target seeking cannon. Everybody knows that chip by now. Here we have the acid sprayer again. On half lockdown defense. So when you're getting locked down halfway through, that drone is gonna stop you from getting locked down by an enemy robot. So that's what it's called, on half lockdown defense. Here we have on high damage fix, which your drone is gonna restore part of your robot by 95,000, which is pretty awesome, I think. Yeah, so that is what the drone looks like. No, we can't tap on that to get the full view without the chips. It's called a reviver drone. It's more or less a healing drone, a healer is what I call it. They call it a companion medic drone. So yeah, it's more or less a healer on the battlefield, to keep you in the battle and to keep your allies in the battle as well. Alright, brilliant. And what else is new is we can, when you're doing squatting, you can invite people by using their ID. You can find their ID and use their ID to go squatting. I'm not gonna squat here on the test server because all my friends here are offline. I'm the only one on in my clan here on the test server. Maybe tomorrow night I might be able to show you guys how that works. But for now, I showed you the luchador robot. I have showed you the cinder, which is a Titan weapon, and I have showed you here the new reviver drone. So let me know in comments below what you guys think of the reviver drone, luchador, and the cinder weapon then. And let me know in comments below, guys. I would really like to know what you think of the luchador. Everybody likes the luchador so far. When those YouTubers found out that Pixonic are going to come up with a Titan named luchador, they were all jumping hot and crazy like frogs on a hot sidewalk. And yeah, I think it's a nice looking bot. It's a nice looking Titan here. Look at that. 3 weapons on top here. 2 cinders here. Now this robot can do a lot of damage. I think it can even do more damage than the Arthur, Nodens, Sharanga all in one. This is like an all-in-one robot. An all-in-one Titan, guys. And yeah. Let me know in comments below what you guys think of this amazing Titan here. So anyway, thanks for watching here. Hope you have liked this review of the Titan weapons and the reviver drone, and we'll see you next time. Alright, thanks for watching and bye bye.